We are stick into the coastal mountain. So after the clay, we find the limestone. This is not a natural cavern. It has been dug by hands at the beginning of the 20th century. And now in the springtime, in summer, the rock starts to condense and filters water. In winter it's dry, but now we start to see the first water condensation.
Like fully covered in water?
Sorry?
Fully in water? All water?
No.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
totally like this. No, it's not the swimming pool. Of course, we stock the bottles underground because it's the cheapest way to find stable conditions. Constant temperature, here we are at 15 centigrade, no sunlight, not excessive vibrations against the bottles. This is why we keep the cellar underground. We dug the cellar underground, and the name is the cave. In Spanish or in Catalan it's La Cava, feminine, the continent, and the product is El Cava, in masculine. So like this place where we keep the bottles, the product takes the name.
How many bottles do you have down here?
In the Centennial Winery, close to 1 million in a stock, in different levels, of course. Okay. And remember, if you want to be a cava producers, you can sell, for example, 50,000 bottles per year, but the dimension of your cellar must be minimum the triple, because you are stocking different vintages. The cava is not producing 1 year.
Right.
You take minimum 18 months.
So all these bottles are in the process of aging?
So, good question. But we put once a year. Let me introduce you one of the main roles in this process, that they are the Mother of Cava. Millions and millions of cells that after second fermentation becomes this sediment. We call it mother because it transmits aroma, texture and flavor. We stock at the beginning the bottles in horizontal position because it's the highest contact surface.
Right.
So the transmission can be more homogeneous, always in constant conditions. The bottle that we age last time takes 10 months. Carta Rosé, to preserve as better as maximum fruitiness and freshness. The cava that we age the longest, Malvasia, 10 years. Okay, so the mother transmits toasty, smoky notes, honey, nuts, dried fruits, etc., etc., etc. A cava that will be more complex, persistent, but remember, not all the wines are able to be aged at the same time.
And which one was only aged 10 months?
Carta Rosé. Okay, so into the Centennial Winery, we stock or we keep historical vintages. Vintage from 41, vintage Reservoir 82, vintages from the 70s, vintages from the 80s, that we keep it like memory. These vintages are homage to the previous generations that worked at Freixenet from the last 100 years.
What's the oldest bottle you have down here?
41.
41? 1941?
1941. But, we cannot keep the bottles forever. Okay? You can use cork or provisional crown cap. It exists always a transference inside-outside. A bottle of the 41 every year lost a little bit of pressure in microns. So now we are opening a bottle of the 40s and there are not more bubbles inside. So it's not cava anymore. And at the same time that we are losing pressure, we have contact with the oxygen. At the beginning, the macro-oxidation can be absorbed by the yeast. It's also interesting in taste, in aroma, but we start with micro-oxidation, but at the end it will be a total oxidation, changing color, taste, and aroma. It's possible to taste a cava of the 70s, yes, but it's not balanced. It starts to be over-oxidized. Okay, this is the concept. So our Reserva Real is aged 3 years, not 40. We are living in Mediterranean climate. Also, we have a limit in our agings. Okay, we don't have not enough acidity or structure to age a product 50 years. See, Xavi, it's tasting.
He's finishing the video.
Okay, perfect.
You have to taste together.
Sí.
Okay?
Thank you, Jordi.
You're going to wait here for a few minutes.